Hey, good morning, everybody, or I should say good afternoon on this fine August Wednesday, the 4th of 2021. So, what am I talking about today? Am I going to be talking about Finecast? No, 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 because we don't need to go through that heartache, that drama, that anger, and vitriol. We don't need that. We can save that for the Horus Heresy miniature game. We'll save that for another video. So I've been trying to knock out videos, and at this point in time, I don't even know, even though I have access to my library of videos that I've put up on YouTube, I don't even know which ones I've missed out on, which ones I've tried doing about 4 or 5 times now. I know the Horus Heresy one just been, oh man, I just cannot make a good one. Cannot make a positive video about the Horus Heresy miniature game. And I really, really want to. And I've been trying to talk about the Hex Fire that's coming out with 1,000 Suns and the Grey Knights, but I've made probably about 3 or 4 videos of that, and I just don't think. In fact, I'm going to take a look here on my other. Let's go ahead and take a look at the monitor, my other monitor, and see, have I done a video? No, I haven't. I'm right. I just can't get that video out. It's so lengthy, and I guess it's just really a bad video. So, what am I going to talk about? Let's talk about Scylla. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Scyla Onfringrim, and Fingergrim. I'm not sure how to say his name. If you're not familiar with him, he is a famous Warhammer Fantasy Battle, not Age of Sigmar, but Warhammer Fantasy Battle character. Well, he might be Age of Sigmar. Anyways, for years, I would say decades. And he's gone through a lot of iterations. He's had some very bad models. And then he's got this, this, I would say, new one, but I think this came out 2012, 2013 ish. I mean, it's making me itch just thinking about it because I'm reading Finecast on my screen and it's just, oh. But why am I talking about Scylla? I'm just gonna say Scylla because I think that's the way you pronounce it. If you're not familiar with this character, he started out as a Norsecan, basically Northman in the original Warhammer Fantasy world. Uh, Pretty much a marauder Viking, doing it for the Chaos Gods essentially, but in a different way. Um, he wasn't like a hardcore cultist worshiper or anything. They were just Vikings doing their thing. Say, hey, Corn, help me out here, and chop, chop, chop. Glory to you. Cool, thanks. Let's get on with all the bad things that you do with being a Viking. And during the course of his history, basically this prophecy came down, and to save the tribe, the Jarl was like, "Hey, I need the greatest champion for Khorne according to prophecy or the fortune telling." So he was out at sea when all this was going on, killing krakens and whatnot. He comes back and ends up being basically this champion. And during the course of his rise of glory, he has some major achievements, like I said, killing a kraken, slaughtering a delegation of chaos dwarves that actually worship a different deity, and it Khorne along the way. Khorne, the blood god, the god of skulls, the god of murder and mayhem and all that stuff, is like, dude, I like this guy. Here you go. Here's a chaos gift, and usually the chaos gifts are like some sort of mutation. As you can see, he went from being human to this horrible thing. And during the course of his career, I mean, like I said, he done some pretty amazing things. Went into the basically the Undermountain and slaughtered gorgers. If you're not familiar, gorgers are a type of ogre that are starved and become monstrous and ravenous, and they are incredibly brutal in the game and in the lore, just terrifying to come across. Even for ogres, it's like, oh my god, it's a freaking gorger. And it was that last battle with a gorger, or with the gorgers, that he got his last chaos mutation. And if you're not familiar, up until I want to say, well, until Age of Sigmar, they always had these kind of like, if you got too many chaos mutations, It would trigger a uncontrolled mutation, which usually turned you into some sort of chaos spawn, which is just this mindless monster, just tentacles and teeth everywhere, and spider legs and human legs and eyes and mouths all over. Just a horrible, horrible things. If you ever watched the John Carpenter's The Thing, and you saw that big mass of a creature, that's kind of like a chaos spawn, and you did not want that to happen. And they had an effect in the Warhammer Fantasy Battle game and Warhammer 40,000. I think up to Warhammer 40,000, up to 7th edition. I believe that the last 7th edition Chaos Space Marine Codex, correct me in the comments below, they had a table, that really amazing table, that you could end up becoming a Demon Prince if you rolled really well. Like, you could have a normal squad sergeant, which is like a 10 point, I'm just going to say 10-point upgrade, all of a sudden become a Demon Prince. Is just absolutely awesome. Or you could just lose characters or become a chaos spawn. So you got to be careful with that. So he really super passionate and loving the fact that he was getting all these mutations, and he loved his mutations. I mean, he just kept getting bigger and stronger and nastier and meaner, and becoming a much more effective tool, more effective champion for the god of the blood god. And so his last mutation was like, basically started to warp his body. His body was just, it reached the human limit. And so he didn't go to Demon Princehood, but he was starting to go another way. And Korn was like, you know what? You're my bae. I love you, boy. So you know what I'm going to do? I got you covered. We're going to make you more lethal. You can keep a bit of your brain pan still going there, but I'm going to make you more lethal, and we're going to pat you on the butt and put you out the door. And he did. And I think this right here is the second model. I couldn't find pictures of the original models, but I think he was on all fours. And the reason why I'm getting to this is I loved this version of him. The fact that they brought him back, I was like, oh my God, this is so awesome. But then it was Finecast, and I was like, oh, it's so garbage. But it was still a really badass model. And I know a lot of people actually turned this one into a Demon Prince. And then very slyly, Games Workshop slides the the Blood Bowl version of him. Now, it's a little comical looking, almost comic book cartoon character, or almost like, you know what? Ralph Bosky. What is the name of that movie? Wizards. There was Smee. That's it. I'm looking for Smee. Let's see if we can find images of Smee. Nope, no images of Smee. So there was a Ralph Bakshi I think Retrovision or whatever they called it. Basically, they would take life-size people, and basically they would go ahead and act out scenes in a movie, and then they basically color it in as a comic character or a cartoon character. Anyway, so there's this one little green demon guy, looks just like him. I really wish I could find that picture, but I thought about it, didn't happen. But it's still comical that we go from this horrible, just, I mean, he just breathes blood and brutality and just murder, mangling and mayhem, and just, I mean, he just looks like he's going to destroy whatever he touches, to this. Like, I mean, it is kind of intimidating looking, but that color, I mean, he's pink ish, maybe a little bit of magenta. Not really inspiring of what I would imagine a Khorne super demon, or not demon, but super spawn champion of the blood god to be. It's really kind of cute. Kind of cute. I mean, he's even got socks on. I or are those supposed to, those are either socks, I think that's what they said, is those are socks, but they also could be like those toe shoes. I mean, nothing about this guy screams, I mean, it's really kind of an insult. And I know some people might be like, oh my gosh, they're going so woke and they're making them, too comic-y, and maybe they are. I don't know. I don't see a woke thing going on here, unless somehow being painted pink is woke and wearing socks. Wearing socks. I mean, is he really worried about his feet? I mean, I don't know what's going on there, but the fact that they turned this brutal, horrifying monkey giant, not even monkey, giant gorilla ape thing that, oh my god, I mean, that's just horrifying. I mean, not horrifying because it's fine cast, but horrifying looking creature to come barreling at you, to this like something out of a bad, I don't know, Netflix cartoon. I really don't know. I feel like that's a bad Netflix cartoon, and they just kind of slid that by. Maybe that's why they slid it by. Maybe that's why they slid it by. I don't know. But this model is coming. And I originally, when I started this video, or I decided to do this video, I was pretty pumped about the model. I was like, dude, I could see so many different uses for this model. Well, one of the main ones being a demon prince. This could be a demon prince for Warhammer 40,000 easily. Possibly, you might be able to get some use out of him for Warcry, maybe, or Age of Sigmar. I'm not too familiar with Age of Sigmar. I mean, the character might not even be. I mean, the character might even be in Age of Sigmar 3rd edition or 2nd edition. But what do you guys think of this model? I mean, forget the woke comment. Is it just silly looking? Am I wrong in this? I mean, there's a lot of sculpting aesthetics that are really, I mean, I think it's on point with its body position, the way, it's contorted and jumping over. I think the actual sculpt is pretty much on point. A lot of dynamic posing stuff going on there, and I think it's great the way they've got him braced, even though he's got his tail, but his tail is acting as a resting point, and plus his hand on the body of the fallen wood elf player. I think that's really good, and it creates this sense of speed and massive movement going on. But you get to that face, and I think really that might be it. I think 3 things bother me about this, and let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And while you're on down there, to start to type away, to either put me on blast or to agree with me in some way, please hit that subscribe button, give it a thumbs up or thumbs down, and share it out. I would really appreciate it, especially if you share it out to your local communities. The more people we get means the more prize support I can afford, and more prize support I can afford or for giveaways every month. That means greater chance for you and other subscribers to get the goodies. At any rate, let me know what you guys think. Is his face bad? Is it his face? Is it the paint job? Or is it the socks, the little booty socks? Like, are those like corn knit little baby booty socks? I think that's what I'm seeing. That's what I feel, and I'm sure. And in fact, I'm pretty sure that in the article that they talk about regulation socks or something, but they look like little knit socks, like little Granny Corn, or I don't know, Scar Brand or something. Is, he's in trouble with the god, and God's like, hey dude, knit Scyla some booty socks. Cute little booty socks. I feel like that's it. You got the little baby booties, booties, not booty. Like, what's the difference? Are those little baby socks? Are they toe shoes? What about the face? I'm very positive that color scheme does not work. Now, I can tell you this: if his skin had more of the striations from the muscles, like he had just been skinned, I think that might work a little bit better. That looks like the pink flesh underneath your skin. That's just like the muscle. You know what I'm talking about? I forget what those striations of your muscles are. It begins with an L, I believe. At any rate, if it was a skinned version of Scylla, and we could see all the different lines of the muscles going all the different ways, which would be an amazing achievement as a sculptor. I think the color scheme would work, but it's bothering me right now. But also, let me know, are you going to get this model? Do you even play Blood Bowl? Does anybody play Blood Bowl besides maybe on console, PC, or tablet? I mean, how many people play Blood Bowl in your area? I think in the Houston area, we got like 10, maybe 12. But I don't know. Why do they keep this game around? I really don't know. Anyways, you guys have yourself a wonderful Wednesday, and I'm hoping I'll have another Warhammer 40,000 related video up today. I still want to do one for everything related to Thousand Suns and Grey Knights, but I think at this point I'm going to wait until it's in your hands, which will be the 14th, and then I'm going to sit down with at least the top Thousand Suns, one of the top Thousand Suns players I know, and a Grey Knight enthusiast, and see what their hot take is on all the rules now that they have it in hand, looking at all the point values and see where they think that's going. Maybe we can turn that into an interview or maybe a live stream. We haven't done a live stream on here on Havoc Maker Studio, but we have done it on FMP Wargamers. We used to do that all the time. Let me know what you guys think of that. Do you guys want to maybe sit in on a live interview and ask questions of some top players in regards to Thousand Suns and Grey Knights? Put that in the comments below. You guys have yourself a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later.